Parsha, we learn about a mitzvah that is actually relevant at this time of year. And that is the mitzvah of counting the Omer. Now the Omer was a sacrifice that was brought on the second day of Passover on the 16th of Nisan. The Omer was a portion of barley that was brought to the temple during the times that the temple stood in Jerusalem. And the Torah tells us, Usfartum lachem mimachras haShabbos, you shall count from the time the Omer is brought, miyom habiyachem es Omer tnufa, from the time that the Omer is brought, you shall count 49 days. 49 days. It just so happens to be that we are in the week of Lag BaOmer, which is the 33rd day of the Omer. And every single day from the second day of Pesach till Shavuos, we count the day of the Omer. Today is the first day of the Omer on the first day, the second day, and so on and so forth, till we get to the 49th day of the Omer. And afterwards, we celebrate the holiday of Shavuos. Now, Shavuos is the time that the Torah was given to the Jews at Mount Sinai. So Shavuos essentially is the anniversary of the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. But what is the symbolism behind this count? Why is it important for us here, thousands of years later, to continue being engaged in this count of the Omer? So there's this very fascinating thought that was written by the Sefer HaChinuch. The Sefer HaChinuch wrote a book on the 613 commandments in the Torah, and he divides each mitzvah, each commandment, into two sections, the laws of the mitzvah and the symbolism of the mitzvah. And he writes as follows regarding the Omer in terms of the symbolism of the mitzvah. Because when the Jews left Egypt, the Jews were no longer slaves. The Jews were no longer subject to Pharaoh's shackles. They were able to march out of Egypt emancipated, but not truly free. Why were they not truly free? They were not truly free because they did not get to Mount Sinai yet. They had not yet received the Torah. And what did the Torah do for them? The Torah gave them, and us by extension, meaning and purpose in life. Because when the Jews left Egypt, they were free. They were out of jail. But they did not yet have that meaning and purpose in their lives. And therefore, only when they got to Sinai and the Jews received the Torah in that generation, did they all of a sudden receive that meaning and purpose in their life. And in order to remember this process, in order to remember this idea that in order to be truly free, one must have meaning and purpose in our life, the Torah tells us, count every single day during this period of the year to commemorate that process of becoming truly free, of gaining meaning and purpose in life. Folks, I think when we discuss being truly free, we talk about many different ideas. What does it truly mean to be a free person? We must look at this lesson from this week's Parsha. In order for someone to be a truly free person, one must have meaning and purpose in life. And that's what the Torah teaches us about the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. I think that's a wonderful lesson to emulate from this week's Parsha. Have a wonderful Shabbos.